Cognizant to the needs of our learners, parents, and teachers, the Department of Education provided us with powerful tools for productivity that will allow us to foster critical thinking skills, problem-solving skills, communication and collaboration skills to be compassionate, responsible global citizens. Join us and discover new ideas in our series of professional development training program with the ICTS Edtech Unit and Microsoft Education Philippines. Together, we will equip our learners and empower our fellow educators for a dynamic future. Para sa bata, para sa bayan, at para sa guro. Sulong Edukalidad.
Magandang araw, Sir Wilbur po, at your service. Narito ang ETUlay upang gabayan ka sa inyong pag-aaral upang lubos na maunawaan ang iba't ibang paksa o subject. Ang ETUlay ay isang free online tutorial class na pinangungunahan ng ICTS Educational Technology Unit sa pamumuno ni Undersecretary Elaine Del B. Pascua. Ang programang ito ay hindi lamang para sa mga bata, kundi ito rin ay magsisilbing gabay sa mga magulang at mga guro kung paano nila ituturo o gagabayan sa bawat asignatura ang kanilang mga anak o mga estudyante. Sa kasalukuyan, ang self-learning module mula sa rehiyon ng Calabarzon at kilala sa tawag na pivot ang ginagamit sa ating ETUlay online class. Kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Ihanda na ang inyong mga ballpen o lapis, papel o kwaderno at samahan kaming itulay ang pagkatuto para sa bawat batang Pilipino. Sama-sama tayong magtutulungan para malampasan ang mga hamon sa panahong ito. Halina't matuto kasama ang inyong online tutor sa oras na ito.
Hello, good afternoon, grade 3 learners from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Ako si Tutor Gab at nandito na tayo ngayon sa week 8 ng ating tutorial. And I think this is the last day of our time being together. And before anything else, gusto kong pasalamatan kayong lahat at i-congratulates ko kayo kasi grabe, you were able to reach this far at nakita ko lahat ng inyong hard work sa ating weekly tutorial. Kaya thank you so much, grade 3 in advance. And because this is the last day of our class, ako ay meron pa rin prepare sa inyong a little info or more discussion about the last topic that we had. Okay, so let me share my screen to you. Are you ready? Okay, so let us begin. Okay, so last week, grade 3, we actually talked about the sun and the stars, right? At ngayon, we are going to learn more because for quarter 4, week 8, we're going to talk about everything you wanted to know about stars, okay? So are you ready? Okay, so because this is our last session together, so let me just share to you first our goal or our objective for this session. At the end of this lesson, students are expected to learn more about stars. Okay? Ayan. At dahil nga ito na yung last day, you are going to hear me sing. So I'm going to teach you a nursery rhyme. No, it's actually related to our lesson. And I want you, grade 3, to sing with me, okay? So I'm going to teach you. Ayan, so ngayon I'm looking at the comment section. So nandito na si John Vincent, Santo Tomas, si Annie, si Yana, si Gingival Bulatao. Wow, grabe. Same students who are very active na nakikita ko every week. Andito sila, sinamahan nyo pa rin ako until the last day of our tutorial dito sa Science 3. Okay? So si Gingival, sino pa yung mga nandito sa aking comment section? Ayan. Si Gingival, si Annie, si Nadine. Ayan, so I'm looking at Nadine. Si Gabriel from San Agustin Elementary School, Quezon City. Si Yana, sino pa to? Si Christopher, si Samara, Sandigan de la Cruz. Good afternoon. Okay. Ayan. So, maraming salamat sa inyong pagstay. So, let us begin. So, kasi the reason why I'm looking at your comment section, kasi I know some of you know already the song Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Are you familiar with this song? Jen Vincent Santo Tomas? Are you familiar with this song? So, let me sing the song Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Are you ready? Okay. So, here it goes. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Okay? So yes, kumanta si Sir. So I know marami sa inyo familiar sa song na to. Sige nga, i-type nyo nga sa comment section kung sino talaga yung nung bata pa kayo, you were taught how to sing this song. Patingin nga. So sino sa inyo ang alam itong song na to? I know that many children today, nakakalimutan na tong Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, and especially when you reach your age, no? Nahihiya na silang kumanta. Ayan. Pero ngayon, me po, si Samara Sandigan de la Cruz, alam niya, ako po, sabi ni Yana. Sino pa to? Si Annie Fernandez, alam din niya. Ian Joshua Fernandez, ayan. Si Ian pala yun. Ginagamit niya lang yung account ni Ma'am Annie Fernandez. Ayan, si Christopher Eleurin, si Nadine, si Mary Anandaya, si John Vincent. O sige, sabayan nyo ulit ako, isa pa. So kung talagang alam nyo tong song, let's sing together, okay? Pwede nyo i-video yung sarili nyo na sabay-sabay tayong kumakanta, ha? Kasi last time na naman natin to na, we're going to learn about Science 3. So I want you to sing and let us celebrate this day, okay? Ako po, tutor, sabi ni Annie Fernandez. Okay, let's sing together. Ready? Sing. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Yay! Very good, grade 3. I'm looking at Ryan Matthew Cobar. Sabi niya, Sir, ako din po, alam ko din po yan. Oh, very good. So, why do we need to sing this song? So, bakit kailangan natin tong kantahin? Kasi, di ba last week we talked about the sun, the stars, no? So, that's why I thought na paano ko kayo sisimulan yung lesson ko ngayon? So, I remember this beautiful song and the kids love this song, okay? So, Twinkle, twinkle, little star. And how I wonder what you are. Ano ba talaga yung star? No? It's like a diamond in the sky. And we always think about stars. Okay? So ano ba siya? Paano siya nabubuo? No? Sige, so alamin natin. Ayan, so these luminous balls of gas helped ancient explorers navigate the seas and now help modern day scientists navigate the universe. O, di ba? So, akala nyo basta star lang siya dun sa sky, pero stars pala really are very helpful, no? Kasi nakakatulong siya sa ating mga explorers, sa mga sailors, kapag sila ay nagna-navigate ng sea, no? Kung saan sila pupunta sa dagat. So, by simply looking at the stars, they know already where exactly they are, no? Kaya, these luminous balls we call stars are actually helpful in navigating the seas. And now, ngayong present time, it also helps our modern day scientists navigate the universe. O, di ba? Pati ang ating mga modern day scientists, when they actually explore the sky or the universe, they're also looking at the stars, the location, the exact place where you see the stars, and this gives ideas kung nasaan parte na sila sa universe or sa sky, di ba? So that's how stars or how helpful the stars are. Okay? Ayan. So sabi ni Yana Rain Ginado, nakakatulong po sa mga sailors. That is correct. Sabi ni Jan Vincent Santo Tomas, opo, tutor. Sabi ni Ryan Matthew Cobar, sa gas po. Ayan. Sabi ni Eileen Merhestibayan, Aliana, hello po, Tutor Gab, watching from Amadeo Elementary School, Grade 1, Arabica. Hello, Eileen. Ayan. So let's continue. So stars are huge celestial bodies made mostly of hydrogen and helium that produce light and heat from the churning nuclear forges inside their cores. Yan. Aside from our sun, the dots of lights we see in the sky are all light years from Earth. O, di ba? So, alam natin na talaga naman tong stars, talaga ito ay napakalayo sa Earth, no? At saka siya ay nagpo-produce siya ng light and heat. So, without our stars or without our sun, Earth will be cold, no? Napakalamig, and it will be dark. Okay? So, yon. So let us continue, grade 3. They are the building blocks of galaxies, of which there are billions in the universe. It's impossible to know how many stars exist. So hindi natin alam talaga kung gaano kadami, no? Kasi when you look at the skies, there are really dots of stars there. Yan. But astronomers estimate that in our Milky Way galaxy alone, there are about 300 billions. O, di ba? Ang dami-dami, no? Sa Milky Way galaxy pa lang. Ito, nakita niyo dito sa screen natin. So, this is our Milky Way, no? So, dito pa lang, makikita na natin, there are already almost 300 billions, no? Ang dami-dami talagang stars. So, outside the Milky Way, meron pa. So, kaya, sobrang dami talaga ng stars, no? We only see them parang dots lang, but they are there, no? Napakadami nila. Okay. So, maybe you're wondering, paano ba nagkakaroon ng star? Diba? Kasi nakita na lang natin sila, ando na siya sa sky, no? Pero paano ba sila, how the star is actually born? Ayan. So, let us continue. The life cycle of star spans billions of years. Ayan. So, ang isang buhay daw ng isang star class ay talaga namang billions of years. No? Hindi siya years lang or hindi lang siya month or weeks. No? Talagang tumatagal ang stars ng maraming taon. No? As a general rule, the more massive the star, the shorter its lifespan. So, you see, mas malaki daw ang star, mas maikli lang ang kanyang buhay. So, di ba? So, that's an interesting fact, no? So, we thought na mas malaki, mas mahaba buhay. But in a star, so siya daw ay, pag mas malaki, so, mas maikli lang ang kanyang buhay. Okay? Ayan. So, paano ba talaga nabubuhay or nabubuo ang isang star? Are you ready to find out? Here. So, birth takes place inside hydrogen-based dust clouds called nebulae, okay? Or nebula, no? Pag madami. So, if you're going to look here sa ating picture, grade 3, meron ka ditong parang clouds, no? This is actually in the sky or in the universe, no? And if you're going to look, ayan, so siya ay parang clouds na, we call these clouds as nebulae. At dito daw, nabubuo ang ating star. Over the course of thousands of years, gravity causes pockets of dense matter inside the nebula to collapse under their own weight. So dito sa nebula, so meron, because of the gravity daw, nagkukos daw ito ng pockets of dense matter. So doon sa loob, dahil doon sa gravity, no, unti-unting nakaka-create siya ng pockets, no. When you say pockets, like, di ba ang pockets parang bulsa siya, no. So nagka-create siya doon ng mga pockets of dense matter sa loob ng nebula. And one of these contracting masses of gas, known as protostar, yan, represents a star's nascent phase. So, dun pala nagsisimula, class, no? Sa nebula, yung ating star, no? Because of these contracting masses of gas, na ang tawag natin doon ay protostar, no? Yun yung pinakang kumbaga, siya yung pinakang fetus, no, ng tao, ng baby. So, ang tawag natin doon, protostar. So, yun yung pinaka-beginning ng star natin. Can you type in the comment section, grade 3, the word protostar? So, yun kasi yung pinakang first stage ng life ng isang star. Can you type it? Sige nga, I'm looking at the comment section. So, isulat nyo the word protostar. So, this is the star's nascent phase. Yun yung pinakasimula ng buhay ng ating star. So, because the dust in the nebulae obscures them, protostars can be difficult for astronomers to detect. Ayan. So, very good si Christopher Edtech na i-type na yung protostar. Si Yana Rain Bionado. Yan. So, yun. So, napakahirap daw para sa mga astronomers. Yung mga astronomers class, sila yung mga nag-study ng mga stars, no? So, hindi daw nila makita itong mga protostars na to kasi meron ng dust doon na nagko-cover eh. Nandun siya sa loob ng nebula. O, nag-type na rin si Ryan Matthew Cobar. Ayan. So, kaya ang mga astronomers natin, they're trying really hard to detect kung meron na bang protostar or yung tinatawag natin na baby star doon sa nebula. No? Okay, so let us continue. So, nalaman nyo na yung term na nebula. So, yung nebula class or nebulae, pag madami na siya, ang tawag natin doon class ay nebula is actually the hydrogen-based dust clouds. Okay, so yon. Tapos, you also learned about the word protostar. So, yung protostar, yun yung star's nascent phase. Yung pinakang fetus pa ng star. Yung pinaka nabubuo pa lang yung star natin. Okay. Now, class, as a protostar gets smaller, so habang, you see, habang lumiliit daw yung protostar, it spins faster. Ayan. So, dito, eto siya, oh. So, habang lumiliit yung protostar natin, class, nag-spin siya ng mabilis, no? It spins faster because of the conservation of angular momentum, the same principle that causes a spinning ice skater to accelerate when she pulls in her arms. Ayan. So, di ba yung mga ice skater, pag sila, ginano nila yung kanilang arm, di ba? Because of their arm, so they tend to spin na mas mabilis. So, ganun din class ang ating protostar. So, siya ay nag-i-spin siya ng mabilis at habang siya nag-i-spin, increasing pressure creates rising temperature. So, tumataas yung temperature habang nag-i-spin siya class ng mabilis. And a star enters what is known as the relatively brief T-Tauri phase. Ayan. So, nandito na siya ngayon, class, sa, sa second phase ng star, which is the T-Tauri phase. Ayan. Can you type in your comment section the second stage or the second phase of the life of star? Can you type it? The word T-Tauri phase. Yun yung pangalawang stage ng ating star. So, yan, nandito siya, oh, nag-spin siya, grade 3, di ba? So, kanina kasi, yung first stage natin sa protostar, so yung pangalawang stage ng star naman, we call it as the T-Tauri phase. Thank you, Samara Sandigan de la Cruz. Ayan, na-type na niya yung T-Tauri phase. Si Yana Rain Leonardo, na-type na rin niya. So, ayan, so ito na yung pangalawang stage na ang ating star, yung T-Tauri phase. Okay? Ayan. So, nag-type na rin si Jinjuel. Ayan. So, millions of years later, so habang tumatagal na class, when the core temperature climbs to about 27 million degrees Fahrenheit or 15 million degrees Celsius, nuclear fusion begins, igniting the core and setting off the next and longest stage of star's life, known as its main sequence. Ayan, so andito na siya ngayon sa third stage ng buhay ng star. At ang tawag na natin dito, class, ay main sequence. So can you type in the comment section yung main sequence? Sige nga, can I see it? Main sequence, ha? Tandaan nyo to. Itong star na to ay millions of years na siya. Tapos yung kanyang temperature talagang nag-climb na siya sa 27 million degrees. So remember yung pag-spin niya, di ba? Pag nag-create, nag-spin siya ng mabilis na nagiging mataas ang temperature niya hanggang ma-reach siya yung 27 million degrees Fahrenheit or 15 million degrees Celsius. And it becomes so hot, no? Ayan, so na-type na nila ni Samara, ni Yana, ni Gingiwell, ni Ryan, main sequence. Very good. At alam niyo ba, class, ang main sequence stars are the most common type in the universe. So yung nakikita nyo na ngayon, class, ng mga stars, kagaya ng star or sun, that is actually in the main sequence stage na siya, no? Main sequence stars are stable. So stable na siya. They fuse hydrogen nuclei together to form helium nuclei, releasing energy and emitting light. So nag-i-emit na siya ngayon ng light. Kaya yung nakikita natin na stars ngayon, no, sa sky, actually nandun na sila sa third stage, which is main sequence phase or the main sequence stage. Okay? Ayan. So, napaka-interesting, di ba? So, most of the stars in our galaxy, including the sun, as I have said earlier, are categorized as main sequence stars. So, ang sun, main sequence star siya. They exist in a stable state of nuclear fusion, converting hydrogen to helium. So, yung hydrogen daw, nagiging na siyang helium and radiating X-rays. So, nagra-radiate na siya ng mga rays na X-rays. This process emits an enormous amount of energy, keeping the star hot and shining brightly. Ayan. So, ito daw ay, kaya daw, pag nandito ka na daw sa main sequence na, no? Main sequence stage, no? Yung daw process ng pag-i-emit, no? Or yung pag-radiate niya ng mga rays or helium, yun daw yung nagkikip class sa star para maging hot siya, para maging shining siya, di ba? Kaya dun sa song, di ba, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, it twinkles, no? So, siya ay nasa main sequence stage na. Okay, kasi stable na siya, no? Parang yung kanyang, hindi na nawawala yung kanyang hotness, no? Yung kanyang being bright, no? So, nandun na siya, class, ngayon sa tinatawag natin na main sequence stage. Ayan! Very good! O, di ba? So, last week, so nalaman nyo na din itong ating mga terms na to. So, let me just refresh your memory. So, you know already the star is an exploding ball of burning gas held together by gravity. Okay? So, we made mention about that. And also, you learned about the light year. Na pag sinabi natin light year, how far light can travel in 1 year? How far? It means the distance, no? Yung layo, di ba? Light travels at 186,000 miles each second, di ba? So that is what we call light year. Yun yung distance ng light, no? Kung gaano siya kabilis mag-travel in 1 year. Yan. And then you also learned about the Betelgeuse, no? So the Betelgeuse, it is a reddish star that about 1,000 times bigger than the sun and more than 600 light years away. It is also the 9th brightest star in the night sky and second brightest in the constellation of Orion. Okay? So remember the word Orion. Orion is actually a constellation. At nalaman nyo din last week, when you talk about the constellation, it's actually a group of stars with recognizable patterns. So may pwede siyang grupo siya ng mga stars class na meron siyang pattern or may itsura, no? So kagaya nga nitong Orion, no? Or yung mga Big Dipper, yung para siyang may malaking tabo, di ba? So yun. So merong nakikita ka rin, di ba, na constellation sa star grade 3 na para siyang rosary, di ba? So those are example of constellation. So yung Betelgeuse, it's actually reddish star 1,000 times bigger than the sun. Okay? And then, habitable zone. So, ano ulit yung habitable zone? So, when you talk about habitable zone, it's an area around the star that is approximately the right distance to support liquid water on the surface of a planet. So, remember that. So, di ba, kapag siya ay habitable zone, yung layo mo dun sa star, pwede kang mabuhay doon. Kasi hindi siya masyadong mainit, hindi siya masyadong malamig, no? So tama lang. So hindi ma-freeze ang water kasi nasa habitable zone ka. Pwedeng matirahan. Okay? Ayan. And then Sirius naman is the brightest star in the night sky. It is also 500,000 times further from us than the sun. So, mas malayo siya ang Sirius, pero brightest siya. You can still see Sirius kahit 500,000 times na mas malayo sa sun. Diba? Ang sun kasi, kita natin siya, diba? Kasi, tama lang kasi nasa habitable zone kasi ang sun eh. So, pero ang Sirius, 500,000 times further. Mas malayo siya, no? Pero, can you imagine? Kita pa rin natin siya kasi Sirius is the brightest star. Okay? Now, Rigel. Rigel is a blue-white star in the constellation Orion. So, si Rigel, matatagpuan natin sa Orion. It is also one of the brightest stars in the night sky. Isa rin siya sa pinaka-maliwanag na stars. Remember, it is 40,000 brighter than our sun, but it is also 864 light years away. O, di ba? Layo-layo niya, no? 40,000 brighter ang liwanag na ng sun, pero siya, 40,000 brighter siya, and it's also 864 light years away. So, sobrang layo niya, di ba? So, sabi ni Reimer, watching from Pagadian City, Zamboanga del Sur, Santa Lucia Elementary School. Hi, Reimer and Ginjewel, Daisy, Joel, Magbanwa, Rigel, ayan. So, you know already the definition of star. We keep on saying this. It's an exploding ball of burning gas held together by gravity. And you know that our sun is a star. It produces great amounts of energy in the form of light and heat that provide the perfect conditions for life on Earth. It's in the habitable zone. Okay? How does a star work? So kanina, nakita natin, di ba, sa beginning ng presentation ni Sir, we use a star to navigate the sea, di ba? It helps our sailors, our sea explorers to explore the sea, no? They are, when you look at the night sky, that's like you see our stars. They are millions of miles away and billions of stars exist in the universe, but many are too far away from Earth to see, even with the telescope. Okay? Ayan. So stars are huge balls of burning gases, most of which are made of hydrogen. So, di ba kanina? Pero pag nandun na siya sa main sequence stage, so siya ay nata-transform na into helium, di ba? As the hydrogen gas in the star is squeezed due to gravity, it produces huge amounts of energy which make it glow. And the size, temperature, brightness, and colors of stars vary. Ayan. So sabi ni Yana, stars help sailors navigate the sea. You're right, Yana. Okay. The color of a star is determined by its temperature. Yung kulay niya, doon mo makikita kung gaano siya kainit, no? Red stars are cooler in temperature. Blue stars are hottest. And other stars like ours, which is the sun, which is yellow, are an in-between temperature. Okay? So remember. So stars come in different sizes and distances from Earth. So, di ba? Iba't ibang sizes, iba't iba yung layo. Kaya kanina, di ba? So nalaman nyo na yung Betelgeuse, di ba? Yung Rigel, yung Sirius, talaga namang super layo nila, no? Stars are really far away from Earth. With a strong telescope, we can see stars that are millions of light years away. And a light year is how far light can travel in 1 year. since light travels at 186,000 miles per second, it takes 8 minutes for light from the sun to reach the Earth. Can you imagine that, grade 3? Yun daw light ng sun, ha, bago niya ma-reach ang Earth, it will take only 8 minutes. Ganon siya kabilis, considering na ang layo-layo ng sun sa Earth, pero ang bilis niyang matouch yung ating land, no? We can easily touch, or we can see the light. Diba? When you wake up in the morning, the sun rises, kita mo agad yung liwanag kasi in just 8 minutes, nare-reach na nung sunlight ang ating Earth. Ganun siya kabilis, no? Sabi ni Yana Rain Leonardo, pinaka-mainit ko na star ay color blue at pinakamalamig po ang star na color red. Correct. Oh, you're learning a lot. The next closest star to Earth is the Proxima Centauri. Ayan. So remember the word Turi, no? T-Turi kanina. T-Turi phase, I think ito yung nag-spin siya na mabilis. Remember? So yon. Pero siya, yung isa sa pinakamalapit sa Earth, kasunod sa Sun, is the Proxima Centauri, which is a little over 4 light years away from Earth. So 4 light years. That is 250,000 times further away than the Sun. 250,000 times farther away than the Sun. Pero ang layo pa rin, diba? Ayan. The brightest stars in the night sky is Sirius. So kanina, nasabi natin yon, located 500,000 times further away than the Sun. Excuse me. Sirius is also 20 times brighter than the Sun, which is why it is so easy to see at night. So ang Sirius, madali mo siya makikita, class, kasi siya ay brightest star. Siya yung pinakamaliwanag. Okay? So do you see here? So this is Sirius. You see? It's like radiating too much light, no? Ayan. Proxima Centauri, closest star to Earth po. Ayan. Very good. Sabi ni Yana. Ayan. So, si Proxima Centauri, siya ay yung second, next closest, no? Next closest sa ating Earth. Okay. Our sun is a medium star of average size and brightness. Our star, the sun, is average in terms of size and brightness. However, our star is extraordinarily important. Napakahalaga ng sun. Earth is the perfect distance from the sun. So tama lang yung layo natin talaga sa sun, no? The sun provides heat and light to our planet, supporting life on Earth. O, diba? Earth is in the habitable zone of the sun. So ang Earth daw ay nasa habitable zone sa sun. No, we are close enough, tama lang, sa sun to benefit from the light and heat, but far enough away to prevent Earth from being too hot and vaporizing all the water. So yon. So kita mo dito, super init niya. Meron pa siyang parang lumalabas-labas pa yung apoy niya, 'di ba? So we are so lucky kasi nasa habitable zone ang Earth, kaya tayo nabubuhay dito sa Earth. Okay? The sun is much larger than the Earth. By comparison, if the sun were the size of a basketball, the Earth would be the size of a pencil point. Ayan. So, parang size, i-compare daw natin yung basketball, para siyang, para siyang ball, ang sun, parang basketball, pero yung Earth, para lang siyang tip ng pencil, yung pinakang tuldok lang ng pencil. Stars that are farther away appear smaller and dimmer. So, yung star na malayo, di ba? Akala mo, ang liit-liit na, di ba, Chino Jaime Samonte? Ayan. Sabi ni Chino Jaime Samonte, Sir, habitable zone or Goldilocks zone. Okay. So, ano pa ang sabi dito? Siyempre, objects that are closer to you seem larger than objects that are farther away. So, tama naman, di ba? Pag mas malayo sa iyo ang isang bagay, para siyang maliit. At pag mas malapit sa iyo, para siyang malaki. Sabi ni Annie, it's okay, Annie, it's okay. If you're to light 2 candles, hold one and have a friend hold the other on the opposite side of a room. And the candle you're holding would appear brighter and bigger. The same is true of stars. Ayan. So, kita nyo dito, So these two candles here are actually the same size, pero dahil siya mas malapit sa camera itong sun, mukhang mas malaki siya, no? Yung distant star na probably pwedeng sing size lang ni sun or mas malaki kay sun appears smaller because it's actually farther doon sa camera, no? So that's how it goes. Solar flares interfere with cell phone reception, satellites, and radio broadcast. So yung solar flares, ito siya, oh. Ayan. So sometimes kasi may biglang dun sa ball, no? Dun sa sun. So talaga namang pag minsan may lumalabas-labas pa dun na parang apoy. We call it class at solar flare. We call it a solar flare. At yung solar flares can actually interfere with cell phone reception or satellites and radio broadcast. Ayan. So as I have said earlier, stars were used for centuries, ayan, to navigate the sea. So sabi ni Yana Ring Dinando, kapag po sobrang lapit ng sun at earth, maaari pong masunog ang ating mundo, at kapag sobrang layo po ng sun sa earth, sobrang lamig naman po sa earth, at maaari pong mag-freeze ang tubig. Tama. Okay. Orion is the most recognized constellation. Ayan, si Orion, siya ay sa Greek mythology kasi, no? It was named after a hunter in Greek mythology. There are about 88 official constellations, and each one has a different meaning based on your culture. Okay, so Orion is a constellation. Okay. So let's answer this again. Why should you never look directly at the sun? Anyone? Bakit daw hindi tayo dapat masyadong nakatingin sa sun? Can you write your answer? Bakit? Anyone? When you look directly at the sun, what will happen to you? Why should you never look directly at the sun? So bakit daw hindi tayo tumitingin sa sun? Dahil po masisira po yung mata. Tama, Ryan Matthew Cobar. It can damage your eyes. It is very bright. What are stars made out of? So ano daw ang bumubuo sa ating stars? Diba? Meron tayong vocabulary kanina. Yes, I'm looking at your comments. Si Jinjiwel, si Yana, si Annie, si Jinjiwel. Ayan. Anong bumubuo sa stars natin? Sabi ni Christopher Kenharm. So remember, we have 3 stages. We have the protostar. Hydrogen po. Tama, yan na. Hydrogen, and the other one is? Meron pang isa. Pag tumagal na siya dun sa ating tinatawag na yung second phase, nag-i-spin na siya. Gas hydrogen, yes, Jinjuel. And also the helium, no? Kapag siya ay matagal na nag-spin, nagta-turn na siya into helium. Stars are gigantic balls of exploding gas held together by gravity. Okay, correct. And that gas is the hydrogen and the helium. I'm sorry. So what do stars produce? Yes, anong napuproduce ng star? Anyone? Remember, we need stars. So kasi sa Earth, anong napuproduce ng stars? Light and heat. Tama si Samara Sandigan de la Cruz. Ayan. Produce light and heat. What is a light year and what is it used to measure? Tama kaya na? What is a light year and what is it used to measure? So ano daw ang light year? Sabi ni Jinjiwa, liwanag at init. Christopher, light heat, yes. Yana, light and heat, kanino yun? Liwanag at init, Jinjiwa. So what about light year? What is light year? Light and heat. So ano yung light year? Grade 3. Yes? Light at heat po. So what about light year? Anyone? Ano natatandaan nyo sa light year? What is it? You can type your answer in the comment section. A light year is... Yes? Can you type your answer? What is a light year and what is it used to measure? So ano ang sinusukat daw ng light year? Serious na ba? Sino nakakatanda doon sa light year? You forgot it? Okay, so here is the... I am waiting for your answer to appear in the comment section. A light year is the distance light travels in a year. So, distance siya na natatravel ng light in 1 year. So, sabi ni Christopher, measure the distance of the... Correct, Christopher. Ayan. So, since light can travel at 186,000 miles per second, it can travel very far in 1 year. Okay. Light years are used to measure very large distances in space, such as distances between stars. So, ginagamit ang light years para i-measure daw yung layo ng bawat star sa isa't isa. So, Kylie, distance po. Okay, correct. How long does it take sunlight to travel to the Earth? Gaano daw katagal bago daw makarating yung sunlight sa Earth? Gaano katagal? Anyone? Yes, grade 3. Gaano katagal? How long does it take sunlight to travel to the Earth? Come on, guys. Can you type your answer? How long does it take sunlight to travel? Gaano ba katagal bago makarating? 8 minutes. Correct, Christopher. Yay! Sunlight travels 93 million miles from the sun to the Earth in about 8 minutes. You're the first, Christopher Elirim. Very good. Ayan. So why did Zoe's candle appear brighter than Isis' candle even though they are the same size? So bakit daw yung candle ni Zoe ay parang mas maliwanag kesa dun sa candle ni Izzy kahit daw sila ay pareho ng size? Bakit? Pareho sila ng size, pero bakit daw mukhang mas maliwanag yung candle ni Zoe kesa sa candle ni Izzy? Anong dahilan nun? Anyone, grade 3? Yes? Because of the... Mas malapit siya sa camera. Correct, Jinjewel. Dahil po malapit po kasi yung isa, tama, Ryan, no? So the correct answer is Zoe and Isis candles are the same size, but Zoe's candle is much closer to the camera than Isis, so it appears larger and brighter. Why does Dr. Jeff's large flame appear to be the same size as Isis, even though it was larger? So bakit daw naman yung kay Dr. Jeff na flame, yung apoy sa candle niya, ay parang parang pareho sila ng size kahit ito daw ay mas malaki? Bakit? Why does Dr. Jeff's large flame appear to be the same size? Bakit parang pareho? Ayon, sabi ni Sunday, mas malapit or magkaiba yung kanilang distance again doon sa ating camera. Yay! Very good, grade 3. So when Dr. Jeff moves his large flame far away from the camera, it appears to be the same size as Isis' flame, which is much closer. Ayan! So yon. What do you think might happen to Earth's water if it were closer to the sun or further away? So ano daw mangyari naman sa Earth's water kapag daw mas masyado tayong malapit sa sun o di kaya naman daw ay mas malayo tayo doon? So what will happen to the water? So pag masyado tayong malapit sa sun, what will happen to the water? Yes, grade 3? Pag mas malapit yung sun sa Earth, what will happen to our water? The water in the sea, the water in the lake, the water in... Yes? Anyone? Matutuyo po, sabi ni Yana Ray Leonardo. And you are correct. Diba? It will dry up or it will evaporate, diba? So yun, so mawawalan tayo ng maiinom. And then, we will die also because of too much heat and too much brightness. Become warmer, much warmer, sabi ni Christopher, correct, no? Ayan, Earth's distance from the sun puts it in a perfect position to support life. And life, as we know it, needs liquid water. If Earth were closer to the sun, our water might dry up. If Earth were further from the sun, our water might freeze. O, di ba? So, yung pag masyadong malayo naman, mag-freeze naman yung ating water. Okay? Ayan. So, again, ang ating reference dito ay www.generationgenius.com, Solar System for Kids. Yeah. So, thank you so much, Grade 3. Finally! So, natapos na tayo sa ating fourth quarter sa Science 3. And I hope, Grade 3, you had fun learning with Tutor Gab. Ako, tuwang-tuwa ako sa inyong lahat. Hindi ko na kayo iisa-isahin, no? Pero may mga common kasi class na mga pangalan ko nakikita dyan na hindi ko na sasabihin pa kasi baka yung iba magtampo, hindi ko ma-mention. Pero Grade 3, thank you so much for your time. Salamat sa inyong mga magulang who have been very supportive of you. Gusto ko talaga na kahit hindi na kayo, for example, tapos na itong fourth quarter, do not stop learning, no? Kahit naman solo lang kayo, pwede kayo mag-study. You are so lucky kasi meron na tayong internet, pwede kayo mag-browse doon ng mga educational, no? You have YouTube to watch na marami kayong matututunan. So, do not stop learning, Grade 3. Thank you so much. I love you all and see you next school year. Goodbye sa inyong lahat at maraming salamat. Goodbye, Grade 3. I will miss you. Bye, everyone!
Sigurado ako na marami ka na namang natutuhan sa ating ETUlay tutorial session ngayong araw. Tandaan, ito ay hindi lamang para sa ating mga mag-aaral, kundi pati rin sa ating mga minamahal na guro at mga magulang na kaagapay natin para maituloy ang pagkatuto sa kabila ng nararanasang pandemya. Patuloy ding sumubaybay sa DepEd TV para sa mga araling ginawang video episodes. Mapapanood ito mula Lunes hanggang Sabado, alas 7 ng umaga hanggang alas 7 ng gabi sa inyong mga telebisyon. Abangan bukas mula 1:00 ng tanghali ang iba pang aralin sa ating ETUlay free online tutorial session sa English. I-like and subscribe at manatiling nakasubaybay sa ating ETUlay tutorial session sa DepEd Edtech Unit FB page at Educational Technology Unit channel sa YouTube at sa DepEd Tayo at DepEd Philippines social media accounts. Paalam!